you looking at?
You hear that? Yeah.
Still fucking up again. What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 72 of Psychotic and Iconic. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in to our live stream tonight. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and share it. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. Mikey P, take us away.
Damn, didn't even
That was so easy.
He didn't even introduce me, dog.
I didn't introduce anybody.
Shit.
I didn't say
Yeah,
anybody.
you didn't introduce anybody.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we need no introduction.
All right.
Damn. All right, I like that. I was gonna do it, but I like that. All right. P&I episode 72 is brought to you by Home for Daily Fantasy Sports. New players who sign up today using the promo code ICONIC will receive 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy. Don't forget, right now we are live on the Props Network at propshq.com. Be sure to go over there and subscribe to this shout-out group, all right? You will not regret it. It's always entertaining, all right? Last but not least, just giving a quick preview of this show, all right? We got NBA play-in games, the whole tournament, play-in tournament, all right? We're going to be doing brackets, by the way.
Can't wait to do this.
And we'll talk about that on Thursday, most likely, all right? Whoa, what's going on there?
Alec Boehm has like 75 errors in the first 4
Well, I mean, what a surprise, right? But anyway, we got Phillies, and we got, as promised, we have our MLB season-long predictions, super early, but we'll put it on the board, okay? It's not going to be perfect, I'm sure. It's a long season.
It's long.
Mm-hmm. So, without further ado, guys, did you watch the Masters this weekend? Excuse me.
You know it.
Facts.
Scotty Scheffler. Why is he not getting talked about enough?
Yo, he was on fire. I don't even watch golf like that, but that dude, like when I was watching it, yo, he was crushing. Like it felt like even when he made an error, he still made it up because he was just so good with his ball placement. Pause.
Nah, I'm with you. He's
Straight up.
And it's weird too because he was so open and showing like his vulnerable side. Like he was saying he was crying with his wife and he was getting so worked up and all that shit, which I thought was weird because you don't normally hear like professionals talk like that.
I've never seen a #1 golfer in the world get talked about less. And this guy has been dominant. What is that, 4 majors the last 6? I mean,
The problem is Tiger Woods.
and he's not even getting favored as the winner for the next tournament. It's John Rahm. Are you fucking kidding me? Did you guys see this guy? Like, it's unbelievable. But Rory McIlroy made a late push at the end, which was crazy. It was unlikely, but did you guys see like the back-to-back hole-ins for Rory McIlroy and then Colin Morikawa right after chipping it in? I've never seen that in my entire life, ever. That was literally. I mean, that's what it's going to go down for. They're going to forget that Scotty Scheffler won and had the highest Masters purse in history, 2.7 mil. Mm-hmm.
He's never won. Rory. That's crazy. I didn't know that until this
He was
weekend.
getting called the next Tiger.
I was gonna say he's a top golfer.
He never won. It's crazy.
I know. So sure enough, that's what we'll probably remember it for right there. The back-to-back Olins. No one's even going to remember the winner. So I hope he goes out and wins again. He seems like a good dude. All right. Next, though, this is the opener we promised everybody. You know what, Philly Phil, you could put on some Sixers music. Why not? It's about to get a little less cheery in here.
I love that hoodie.
Yeah, me too.
It's the best.
Check out next hoodie. That right there is the playoff 76ers 50-plus wins again. They are the 4th seed. They are playing the Toronto Raptors. We'll talk about that on Thursday, though, okay? But we're going back to the MVP discussion a little bit. And I mentioned to you guys, Julius Erving kind of put himself out there in a bad way. Philly is not happy with Dr. J right now. And he made some comments about Embiid in the MVP race. I'm going to read it to you guys. I'm going to read it to the audience in case you missed this. All right? This is Julius Erving on the Rich Eisen show last week. I'm hopeful that Embiid wins it because he does talk about it as something that it's one of those carrots out there he's reaching for, but I think the most deserving guy is Jokic. Excuse me? Dr. J is saying this. He hasn't missed any games night in, night out. Okay? He's done better than he did last year. He was MVP last year, and when you get better, I don't think you lose status. Not if it's a fair fight. I'm going to vote for Embiid because he's my guy, and Giannis, who knows he's going to finish up, but both Embiid and Giannis have missed several weeks of play. Jokic has been there every night. Is that even a fair argument?
No, because
That's
Joel Embiid. So he played 68 games this year, the most in his career, and he missed the majority of those games were missed because he had COVID. It wasn't from injury.
right.
So I don't understand that. That's something that's out of his control.
It's like that is the worst argument I could have heard. If you said anything about the stats or you want to throw in advanced stats, because that's what everyone does.
All
right?
they do with Jokic
That's all they do with
is the
Jokic.
VORP. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my
The
life.
problem is there's no definition to MVP.
It's narrative.
There is no definition to it. That's the real problem. That's why we have these discussions. Like overall, who is better this year? Like, it's not even a question.
Oh, here, I'll answer your question. Joel Embiid is the first center since Shaq, what, at 1999, right?
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong, 1999.
99.
First center to lead the league in scoring since Shaq, who arguably was the most dominant player in his prime in NBA history.
No doubt.
He is.
Okay? And Joel Embiid is the first guy in 20-something years to lead the league in scoring as a center in this day and age where centers are they're on the come up again, but still, it stands to be said, this is a center who can do everything. We're not even talking about defense. You could argue he's the best defensive center, best defensive player in the league, you can argue.
My thing is like Nick said, what is MVP? Because you can make a case that Kevin Durant's the MVP. They were the first seed, and then he hurt his knee, and now they're in the play-in. I mean, take LeBron off the Lakers. They're garbage already. I can't imagine how much more garbage they would be if he was out longer. I mean, you just go, like Jokic. Jokic is good. He's just not what Joel Embiid was. Like everything Joel Embiid went through this year, he was the most valuable player to his team because the team could have collapsed. Like, I know Jamal Murray got hurt and Michael Pittman Jr. got hurt. Like, I get it. But it was so totally different from what Embiid was going through. You had a max player, not hurt. He just quit on your team. Your the entire team, like the togetherness and all that, like the team. He made growth as a leader.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like he
keeping
held
away from the media distractions.
Yeah, like he held the team together. He was the most valuable player this year, and he's not going to win. And it's just crazy to me that like Jokic is going to be a back-to-back MVP. Because he's not a Giannis, a LeBron, even a Derrick Rose from back in the early 2010s.
Like
he's just not of that
You could have
stature.
said he deserved it last year. I thought Embiid deserved it, but you could have said at least Jokic deserved it. And you could say, like, has he had an MVP caliber season? Sure. But nobody in this league this year has dominated. Keyword. Just dominance. Joel Embiid goes out there and dominates every night on both sides of the court. And the numbers say, like, when he's not on the court, this team is dramatically different. 7th in defense when he's on, 26th when he's off. Okay? That's not counting the points or plus minus, which we said last show was 6 in his favor, and Jokic is like it's negative actually, I think, but I don't even remember.
And besides KD, like you got Embiid, Luka is ahead of him. I mean, look at Luka's team; they're 4th in the West.
Yeah, you take him off,
and
they're not a playoff
They have
team.
no bodies. Yeah, they're horrible. So I mean, that's just another Devin Booker. They were 12-3 without Chris Paul, and I give Devin Booker a lot of shit. You know this, but he proved it this year. I mean, he kept the team afloat. Now
I think he's very deserving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nick deserves his flowers there. Devin Booker stepped the fuck up.
Devin Booker should be in the top. He should be in the top 5, and and that's okay. Like that's not a slight either. But he showed now that he took the next step because he learned under the tutelage and stuff from Chris Paul.
I mean, in Sixers 3 games better in a tougher conference this year. The Nuggets are the 6th seed. Okay, they are the 6th seed. I can't remember an MVP in recent memory
I don't get it.
And could you say
that
that you
had
could
the
make an
6th
argument?
seed. And this is just going by what the voters go by. I don't give a shit as much when it's a 3-game difference between the two of them, but the voters usually count that stuff. It matters. Jokic didn't even get a home court advantage in the playoffs. And, I mean...
The 6th seed.
silly.
Yeah,
It's just silly.
I don't get it.
It's just
Whatever.
silly.
And
I
you
mean,
can make an argument that the East this year is tougher than the West.
that's what I was saying.
As a whole.
I think they are.
Yeah, as a whole.
I think the East is better.
They are, yeah. Because not for nothing, the East play-in, all those teams are good. The Hornets are good. The Cavs are good. The Nets are good.
I was
And the
just
Hawks.
listening on the way in that they're saying the Nets might be the lowest seed ever to have the highest odds of winning the championship.
Yeah.
They're 6-1 favorites still.
I know. I mean, I disagree with that, obviously.
Yeah, me too.
That's crazy for them to be the second favorite to win the East.
And here we are. Embiid's going to get snubbed. He was considered the MVP the entire year up until the last 2 or 3 weeks. And nothing changed, by the way. The numbers say that Embiid's been better those last 3 weeks. And then he finishes the season Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Just absolutely dominated this week. 40 and 20 the other night. I mean,
Well, that was a
this is a guy who
statement.
put an exclamation point on his
Absolutely.
season.
Yeah,
Factuals.
that was, yeah.
Factuals. And it's funny because the Nuggets are going to lose to the Warriors, and we're probably going to sweep the Raptors.
Shaq says
That's
that.
bold.
Tim Legler says Sixers at 7, and they might be in trouble. But Shaq said
Shaq
Sixers
said
sweep.
I like him.
And Shaq is pretty good with this stuff. I think he was on with the Hawks last year too, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know, man. I think the Raptors are
No,
tough.
that was that. I know who you're talking about.
Who was it?
I think it was Charles Barkley
Was it? Are you sure?
saying that,
I thought Shaq was the one who's in on the Hawks last year.
or was it Kendrick Perkins said it too? Actually,
Could be him.
It was
I don't
Kendrick
know,
Perkins.
But I could have sworn it was one of the
Yeah,
TNT
he tweeted
guys.
about it.
What's up?
He tweeted about
It was Kendrick Perkins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
100%.
maybe
Carry the hell.
one of the
Carry that along. I
TNT
told
one of the
y'all.
TNT guys was on the Hawks too. I think it was Shaq. Out of the 4 of them, it had to be Shaq. I don't know. Whatever the point. Whatever the case. I mean, I want to save it for Thursday. I shouldn't get into it.
I got you.
But like,
I jumped.
no, it's okay. But like, Joel Embiid just deserves it. I feel
So you
bad
gotta-
for the guy.
You got to sweep, and you got to sweep too.
No, I'm not saying that. No,
What's your thoughts on the overall matchup?
I like the Sixers. And I
Yeah.
think that they're getting disrespected. But the Raptors are not going to go out easily.
No,
And the Sixers, if they
you
fall
got to match their
behind,
energy, dog.
if they fall behind, it could be trouble. But I mean, again, I've already said this.
Got to match their energy.
No answer for Embiid, and the big guns are going to get more minutes now. I mean, the only thing I'm nervous about is Doc
I would say the
Honest to
only
God.
it's a big here,
and Matisse being out on the road, and COVID shit aside, we're not talking about that. But that's still a big loss. That's the whole point. You're not going to have him on the road.
The only thing the Raptors have on us, and it's a big deal, so I'm not minimizing it, but is coaching, because Nick Nurse is better than Doc Rivers at this point.
Hands down.
And
He might be the
so-
next Laker coach. I
Yeah,
saw.
I know. And I doubt that, but a different story for a different day.
Yeah.
I think that, like, we have the best 2 players on the floor. Pascal Siakam's good. He's underrated. Scotty
good.
Barnes, but it's Scotty Barnes' first playoff game.
Van
Embiid
Vliet.
is hungry. Embiid didn't forget what happened a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago with Kawhi and them boys when we were up there. Should have won that series, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like Embiid's coming with a vengeance. I really do.
I wonder if there's any way he could still win this award, and I just don't know. I don't think he's going to win the award. I'm just devastated for
He's
him.
going to average 30 and
Devastated.
10.
What was the last? Yeah, what was the last projections? It was Jokic with 64 first place votes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
it
it's
wasn't even
overwhelming.
close. It was
Yeah.
like a 3-1 count almost.
Yeah, that's insane. That
And
just doesn't even.
again,
doesn't even make any sense
no
to me.
statistical justification. I read this off to you guys
Vorp.
verbatim.
Vorp, the most.
But we're not going to
Useless
talk about
fucking stat.
defense.
Like, what are they seeing that we're like nobody else can? That's what I don't
That's the
understand.
thing, Nick, is they're not watching.
Yeah.
If they just look with their eyes and they
Yeah,
see
but
what these
you
2
can't
guys are
just-
doing on the floor.
But what makes you credible to be a voter? That's what I'm saying. If you don't watch
Yeah.
the fucking sport, then you can't vote.
I agree.
That's stupid.
And guess what else?
You're hurting another man's legacy, pretty much.
Embiid's getting that scoring average, by the way. Double, triple team the whole season. I don't see that with Jokic.
You know what it is?
I never see that with
don't get it.
Jokic.
It's the age of nerds. It's analytics. Because all they're doing is looking at analytical numbers.
Mike, here's the thing, because analytics are great to a degree, but
impact.
Here's the thing, is
I agree.
Somehow, if you don't like somebody, you can get away with saying anything you want about them.
Thank you.
And look, in this case, it literally is that. It's Twitter telling you that Jokic is MVP. It's the writers telling you that Jokic is MVP. All you had to do is watch all season.
I said all the time.
All you had to do is watch.
If you use
they
analytics,
say this, though.
If you use analytics, that's good. If you rely on analytics, you're fucked.
Facts. And I'm an analytics guy.
Yeah, I know.
That's my degree.
Yeah, literally.
And I tell you that.
Field.
I even tell you that. I tell you that literally with football. It's literally it's a fraction. Like you have every single thing matters equally, but you can't over rely on any one thing. And analytics is one. If you over rely on it, you're probably going to fail.
Like if you
it doesn't tell the full story. It's just a third of the evaluation.
Yeah, like
you got the eye test. You still got the traditional stats. These things matter. Then you got feel. I mean, just absolute outright feel.
Hold on 1 second.
I got you. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking, guys. And I'm gonna move us on in a second. So is this the last?
Yeah.
This is the final.
Joel
point?
Embiid has 13 40-point games this season.
Oh yeah, that's right. All-time NBA leader in 40 and 10s.
Jokic has 3.
And by the way, Embiid.
Stupid. Who cares?
Embiid.
Fuck
now.
the MVP. Go win the chip.
Embiid now has the highest scoring ever. What is it? Per 100 or something like that. Hold on. I have it right here. I literally had been saving this for you guys.
Yeah, dude. I don't like.
It don't even matter.
I just can't.
Go win the championship. Screw the MVP. Who gives a
Bro,
shit?
people play for that, though.
I understand.
That's part of building
I understand,
your
but you have a good opportunity. You finally got James Harden. You have a good team around you. Now focus, lock in, and focus.
So he's not locked in?
Screw the MVP. I'm just saying, like, don't let it become a distraction.
It's not
I'm
a
worried
distraction.
about that. I'm just saying, there's a lot of chatter about the MVP, but I'm talking about the ultimate goal.
Yeah, of course.
That's what-
Bro,
that's
he
what
can shut
everybody
that
too.
shit down with a championship. That's the other thing, too. Jokic, 2,000, 1,500, right? Russell Westbrook, 2,500, 900, 850. Tell me the fucking difference. Westbrook finished 5th in MVP voting that year.
Stupid.
Wilt, 1990, 1950, 1,700. What's the fucking difference other than they're telling you someone didn't do what Jokic did, but they did something equivalent, though? So tell me the fucking difference.
Yeah, so like my
What
point
is the
is,
difference?
my point is, it's like, you know, there's a lot of chatter about the MVP, but if the voters aren't even watching the game, then what are we even discussing? I mean, like that's to me, it's just stupid. It hurt. It literally like ruins the credibility of the MVP in itself. For me, the award is tarnished in my opinion.
It's so disappointing.
Like, who
Here it
cares?
is. By the way, I found...
LeBron should be the MVP every year. I mean, look, if we're going to really talk about it, yeah, he should be the MVP every single season. He can go to any single team, and then they'll be immediate finals favorites. I mean, that's just the facts, bro. I mean, I'm not... It's crazy.
It is crazy.
That's just a bean.
I have the stat, and we're moving on, okay? Joel Embiid, points per 100. He is now the most prolific scorer in NBA history with 40.4 points. He surpassed Michael Jordan. Points per 100. I mean, that's...
He's a beast, dude.
What else needs to be said?
Like, yeah, there's nothing else to be said.
This is a center. Anyway. All right, guys. NBA play-in tournaments. We made it, all right? We made it. We're going to give you our predictions. We're going to kind of see what's going on here. Let's see how we feel. Can any of these guys beat any of the Giants? You know. So let's see. Where do we want to start? East or West?
Let's start with the West because I think the East is more fun.
Okay. Deal. Western Conference play-in tournament. 7 seed T-Wolves. 8 seed Clippers. They play first. The winner of that locks down the 7 seed. The loser has to face the winner of the Pels and the Spurs. 9 and 10 seeds. All right. And then the winner of that gets the 8 seed. And they would have to face the Phoenix Suns. And the 7 seed faces Memphis. So pick your poison. Right, fellas? So let's start with a 9-10. How about that? You got the Pels, you got the Spurs. What are you feeling?
So my heart is telling me that the Pelicans are going to win, and my head's telling me that it's going to be the Spurs because Greg Popovich should be able to outcoach Willie Green. But I just I have a feeling Zion's coming back.
For this?
I kind of
if they were to make it.
Oh, okay.
If they were to make it, I have a feeling that Zion's going to be coming back for round 1, and I feel like if that's the case, that is something that can get that could light a fire under the team to go out and
You think so?
rush. I do.
Or would that mess up the flow?
It's tough. That's a fair.
I feel like
it's a fair question.
I feel like at that point you got to sit out.
I know.
If you're LeBron, okay, he could play.
I know.
But
They need the
he's a young
firepower,
kid.
though, that team.
He's a young kid.
Here's the thing: if they were to win the 7th seed, they would go up against the Grizzlies, and you would need Zion to have any
That's a mismatch.
any type of realistic shot to get into a series. You would need Zion because you would need the body.
Yeah.
Especially in the paint. And Zion isn't a scrub. Zion's
He's really good.
Zion is almost falling into the cat. That's crazy. Greg Oden. He's he's being forgotten about. Dude,
yeah. I know.
Through their first 3 seasons, Greg Oden has played more games than him. Isn't that crazy? That's a crazy stat.
It is crazy.
Through their first 3 seasons, Greg Oden has played more games than Zion Williamson. That's scary.
That's
a scary fucking thing.
That's fucking crazy.
But I just feel like for me, I'm gonna say Pelicans. I do because I think the addition of CJ McCollum has been him and
he and Ingram are gelling right now.
Awesome.
They're gelling. So I mean,
he took the pressure off of Ingram. He's not the only knockdown shooter anymore.
It's tough, man. I feel like the Pels probably will win. I'm with
good,
you.
bro.
I'm with you. I feel the same. It's the Popovich factor. It's the Popovich factor. And the Spurs, I mean, I want to say that they're probably a deeper roster, but I don't think it's gonna matter in this kind of game, if we're being honest here. This is 9-10.
Murray goes off.
I want my stars to go off. Yeah, Murray's a stud.
Yeah.
He's an underrated player, bro.
Facts.
He's really good.
He could go off. I could see it being a Murray game.
Don't take this out of context. He reminds me a lot of what's around him is exactly what I feel like was around Tony Parker, where they were so good. And because of the market they were in, they never got recognized. They don't get the recognition they deserve. If they were in a big market, their names would blow up. But San Antonio is not that big of a market in the NBA.
They like being low key.
Yeah, they do.
That's
They're
a
like the
perfect word.
Patriots.
Yeah, really. They're run pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I like that comparison.
You know what? Fuck it. Give me the Spurs.
Yeah. And you're probably going to be right, by the way.
Give me the Spurs.
Because that's just how it works out.
Yeah.
I can see Murray having a big game.
He's Spurs.
He's a prick like Belichick, too.
I think
he
Murray's
is.
going to have a big
He's
game.
worse, actually. He actually drives me crazy with that. He's an asshole.
Facts.
Go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
Nothing but facts.
Regular.
Oh, man. I want to see some audience interaction with this topic, gentlemen. I'm calling you guys out. I want to hear who's winning this game. All right? Next up, you got the T-Wolves. You got the Clippers. Guys, I'm going to just flat out say it right now. I'm going with the Clippers.
Clip City, Chip
The
City.
Clippers, winners of 5 straight.
I forgot about that.
The Clippers, winners of 5 straight. Maybe getting Kawhi back soon. Oh, man. But I would look the fuck out if you're Memphis and you get stuck playing the Clippers, man. That would be a real shame. Because I think that they're going to... I mean, they did the same thing last year. They're getting hot again at the right time. And, I mean, the T-Wolves, they're still young. They're young to me. You know? Anthony Edwards is blossoming in front of our eyes, by the way.
Beast. So, I'm going to
put that out there.
If Paul George wasn't back, I would say the Timberwolves.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm
he's
saying
back.
Clip City, Chip City.
Clip City,
Yeah.
Chip City.
They're better
Clip City,
coached.
Chip City.
We all
and
agree.
They're better coached. They're deeper.
I mean, Towns could be a mismatch, though.
I want to see
Yeah.
Kawhi come back.
I don't know. What if Pat Beverly was to get suspended for the other night? Because he's just an asshole. Smacking the ref's ass,
Yeah.
yelling you're trash.
He's having fun.
There's a difference between having fun and being disrespectful.
Why is it disrespectful?
Slapping a ref's ass and screaming you're trash in your face. If I did that to you, would you find that funny or disrespectful?
It's it depends on the context. If he was smiling when he said it, then it's different.
No, he wasn't smiling. He was screaming, "You're trash," and then ran by him and slacked his ass, and then ran out like Antonio Brown.
Yeah, he's saying like, "Yo, it's all good, bro."
That'll probably happen with you two
know what I mean?
tonight.
Like, yo, you're trash, but we cool. That's what it means.
Okay. Next.
See, I don't understand this. I don't get it.
Theories.
What?
I'm gonna greet you like that when you're in a badass
I'm
mood.
just saying. I am just saying.
You win.
He could say, "Yo, you are fucking trash," and then
job,
jog over and then smack you in the ass.
Well, the only reason I
And
said
then
he's
he's
like,
like,
yo,
"Yo, we
suspended,
cool."
making contact with an official.
You never know. You never know.
I wouldn't do that for contacts. I wouldn't do that. No, hell no.
Cat could pose big problems for them.
He is the only thing that would worry me. But that right there, that is why I'm going to say this. So the Clippers are going to win this game to me. They're going to win this game. They're just a better team, guys. They're playoff tested, all right? And I think the T-Wolves are a little young. And by the way, like, great season for them, you know? They turned the franchise around. They got some youthful talent over there. And they got, I mean, these are headliner talents too, you know? So I think that the T-Wolves will win in the second play-in game. I think that they'll beat the Pels. And I feel pretty confident about that. There's no answer for Cat there. There's absolutely zero answer for him.
Unless Zion. Oh no, because I don't think I don't think he's coming in the play-in. Never mind. My bad.
I mean, if he did, then maybe we're talking something different. But I don't see how the Pelicans could stop him in that matchup. He's going to go off for 50 or something. And then they get stuck playing the Suns, and they're going to get blown out. They'll probably be swept.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely getting swept.
That's my thought, right? I mean, I really do actually think the Clips would probably beat the Grizz.
You know, it'd be a cool
I hate
story.
to say it.
It would be a cool story.
Oh, shit.
I got a feeling. I don't know. We'll wait till Thursday.
I'll be honest. It'd be a cool story if one of these teams made it to the finals.
Clip City, Chip City.
Like, that would be really cool.
It
would be so good for the NBA.
It's just hard in NBA because stars dominate. Because there's only 5 players on the court. On, like, your team. So it's a lot easier for, like, that's what I was saying with the Sixers earlier. Like, you have the best 2 players. So that normally that wins in the NBA.
Toronto didn't.
More minutes, too. Should
What's
matter.
up?
Toronto didn't.
They got hurt. Toronto wasn't winning that if Golden State was healthy. Don't do this. We're having a good conversation.
Theories is coming.
Bro,
You
it
put
was,
the kibosh
it
on
was
them.
just their year, dude.
I know.
That Kawhi shot, like, it was just everything lined up for them, dude.
You put the hex on them.
It was just their year. Like, there's certain things you just can't explain. That's one of them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, it was just,
I'm not going to argue that.
you know?
Yeah, it started with the shot against the Sixers. Then they went down 2-0 to the Bucks. Fucked them up.
Yeah, they cleaned them, bro.
It was crazy.
Straight
Kawhi
up,
locked
bro.
up Giannis.
They took a
Kawhi
big
locked
slap
up
to the
Giannis.
face and then got the broom, bro. That was it.
He locked up Giannis.
Facts.
Literally locked him up. And then they went on and KD blew his Achilles. Klay Thompson got hurt.
You're speaking
So-
facts. But they still did the damn thing.
Nothing but.
You know?
That's all that they remember.
It is. All right, gentlemen. Enough of the West. This is where it gets interesting, okay? By the way, I mean, do you really think any of those 4 teams could go out and win the championship?
No.
Like, to me, it really all depends on Kawhi. It depends on Kawhi for me. If Kawhi comes back, then you have to,
Too soon.
you know, I know.
I don't think he'll be in his groove yet. Because look at Klay
Facts.
Thompson.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I just feel like the West
agree
is
with you.
open. I feel like it's open. The Suns are the clear number 1, and everything else is pretty wide open to me. I don't know. It's just a gut feel.
That's good.
I love the way the Clips played last year.
I know. That sucks. He blew his knee
Lockdown
out.
defense, too.
It's Ty Lue, man.
They were playing hard. I mean, they were playing with heart, that team. They play with emotion.
Passion.
I gave you the cue there. All right, guys. Eastern Conference. You got Nets versus Cavs. 7-8 game. You got the Hawks versus the Hornets in 9-10. Let's start there. To me, it's the Hawks.
Me too.
They're playing great ball. And they're just better to me. I think the Hornets, like, it's all right, wait till next year. Like, they keep getting better. It's promising unless they bring in Russell Westbrook.
Oh, no. Come on.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Yeah,
But
me
it's
neither.
promising. It's looking good. I mean, LaMelo is amazing.
He's a beast.
That's your guy.
He's a beast.
Dude, he might actually be like my second or third favorite player in the NBA. That's how much I love him.
He's a beast.
He's amazing.
Yeah, he is.
But he's not going to get it done here, to me. It's going to be Trae Young's just going to go off in this game.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And the Hawks have the experience, and they've just been playing better. It's that simple for me. I'm not going to go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with you totally. I don't really have anything to say on that. The Hawks are they're underrated.
Yeah.
They're a scary team. That is a team that
I wouldn't want to run
really,
into them.
Correct. Yeah, I'm with you.
So then
they're annoying.
Yeah, because here's the problem, and this is why the seeding mattered so much for the East, because the Hawks can score. Like, they can almost score at will. They're so good offensively. And Trae Young he
finds a way.
like, yeah, he just finds a way to do it.
Yeah.
Scoring, assisting. He
steps up in the big moments, too.
He's an awesome player.
Ice Trae.
Yeah, he's an awesome player. And I was a hater last year because of what he did. I was a big hater. So,
I just noticed what Tom said.
yeah. But
oh, shit. Yeah, I was, too. I was a hater. But I respect him, you know?
You have to.
And I would not want to face them. Well, we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
First, you got the Nets versus the Cavs. To me, it's no contest. And I hate giving shade to the Cavs. I love what they did this year. I didn't think they'd ever be in this position. I love Darius Garland, too. That's Nick's guy. That's Nick's sleeper team. I'm curious to hear what Nick says, but I think it's the Nets. It's not even close to me. And it's unfortunate that they got to run into them. And, the Celtics, they kind of fucked up getting that 2 seed. I don't know, Mike.
Nah.
They kind of fucked up because I would not want to run into the Nets. The Celtics got the 2 seed on the last day of the season. They took it from the Bucks.
They're tough, bro.
I'm
not saying they're not. I'm not saying they're not, but man, I would not want to face the Nets in the first round.
Yeah, so you're taking the Nets?
I'm taking the Nets against the Cavs, yeah,
right.
Definitely.
So
it's not even a contest.
I'm also going to take the Nets because of experience and KD. They have the best player. But I think that game will be closer than people think.
Kyrie versus his former team.
Yeah.
Maybe he comes out with some motivation.
That's a good storyline, too. But the other night, the Nets,
Tom says by millions and billions.
Bringing it back. The Cavs were leading into the fourth quarter the other night in that game. Now, I know they wound up losing, but
it's not the playoffs.
They can hang around.
Yeah, they can.
It was playoffs for the Nets. All these games are. The Nets have something to play for, because if they were playing the Hawks right now, I'm picking the Hawks. In a one-game playoff, I would take the Hawks.
I would probably still lean Nets, but it would be close. It would be close.
Yeah.
The Hawks probably are a better team. Like, the Nets they're so top-heavy, but you have to look the fuck out with those two.
Oh,
That's just kind of how it goes. They're going to get their buckets, you know?
Yeah, it's just their surrounding parts. Like, Bruce Brown has been playing well, Drummond's been playing well, but and here's the thing, too. I don't think Steve Nash is a good coach.
Doesn't look like it so far to me.
I really don't. Like, I just think that they're just winning because it's Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Honestly, I don't think
There's probably some truth to that, honestly.
Like, I don't think
I haven't seen him do anything cutting edge.
Nash does nothing where you're like, oh, wow, that was good coaching.
There you go.
So.
It sounds a lot like us.
So.
KD's still there.
Remember, man.
Kyrie's still there.
LeBron won a championship with Kyrie. If Kevin Durant doesn't win a championship with Kyrie, I don't know what to say. That's 3 years.
I'd feel a lot better about the Nets if Steve Nash was coming off the bench.
Why not?
That's how I feel.
It was COVID the last 3 seasons.
Did people won championships?
I know, but like Kyrie wasn't like participating.
Whose fault is that?
Yeah, but you can't say he played 3 years with somebody if he didn't.
Has Kevin Durant been there for 3 years?
Kevin Durant has been there, but Kyrie Irving.
Well, if he's the best player in the world, he needs to deliver.
No, I'm just saying he wasn't on the court, so you can't say.
I'm gonna have to agree with Nick here too.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't have.
You get what he's saying?
Yeah, we don't hold him to that standard.
Oh,
that's what it is.
That's not KD's fault.
I'm trying to understand.
What?
I'm just saying,
maybe he chose the wrong team.
If it's 3 years in and you're supposed to be the best player in the league and you're that dude, you need to make a finals run. You need to get
this year.
You haven't even made it out of the second round.
Oh shit!
Apologies.
It's regular.
It is a statement year this year, but I'm not gonna go outright and say, oh, he failed for the last 3 years, when this is really the year where I need to see it. I need to see it this year, and I'd give him one more year after this.
I mean,
then you got the 3-year sample right there.
I mean, I don't know what's there to see.
Got to make a conference finals at least.
I mean, he was a toe on the line away from advancing. You know,
don't want to hear that.
I'm just saying,
hell.
This dude gets so much respect. He lost the game.
I'm not giving him respect. I'm just saying.
Oh, his toe was on the
It's
line.
a game of inches.
Facts. It is.
You got to be better.
Is.
He should
be more aware.
You know what? He should have fucking large ass feet.
It was
a great shot. When it mattered the most, he delivered. That's what I'm saying.
He didn't deliver.
Come on, man.
They lost the game.
Because,
see what I'm saying?
Because of that. I mean, like, to me, it's...
He lost the game and is getting credit.
Off, like, sheer luck. Straight up. That's exactly how he lost. And honestly,
It's unfortunate.
if he was an inch back, he was still making it.
He's a half size smaller.
He was still making it.
Yep.
He was still making it. It's a good discussion after this playoffs, but I can't agree with you there, Pauls. I can't.
It's all good. I understand.
Not yet.
I understand.
I'm
what
with
it is.
Nick on that one. Oh, we got some more comments. Nah.
No, he lost Kyrie, and then Harden was all Harden. You remember he had the hammy. I actually felt bad for Harden last year,
Yeah.
dude. He couldn't even walk.
He was playing, though.
You know something
He went
else
out
about
fighting. He
did.
Harden, by the way?
He did. That's respect.
Like, I see that he's getting a ton of shade right now, and they're saying, oh, he's washed and this and that. Part of me wonders if he's just coasting right now because he's still playing with the hammy a little bit, and I don't think he's fully recovered. I think he might be hurt. I don't want to like make excuses for the guy right now, but what I saw when he first got here in Philly is definitely much different than what we're seeing now. I think that he might be saving up for obviously the more minutes in the playoffs and just, you know, being able to go
Well, yeah.
off.
I mean, what's the point in playing hard at
Exactly.
that point?
And I mean, he was
If you
still
never get to play.
He's still listen, like even this version of James Harden, if this is who he is, it's better than not having Ben Simmons, and it's still better than having Ben Simmons, honestly.
Yeah, because you
His
still have to
playmaking
respect
ability,
him
his
shooting.
his defense has been fine enough.
And that's why I hate when they do that shit, when they rest players in the end. Go fucking full throttle, man. Go hot in the playoffs. Give it everything you got. I mean, why not? You have a couple fucking, you have what, a month left or 2 months left of the season? Just go balls to the wall and try to win. Their legacy depends on it. Harden and Embiid. More so Harden than Embiid, in my opinion. But
Yeah, I agree.
it's arguable.
But Embiid can make
that's
a
fair
major
to say.
statement with a massive playoffs. People could be talking about him as the best player in the league.
There are
So
legitimate
there's-
times, as much as I fuck with Harden right now, and I'm going to believe in him until he gives me a reason not to in the playoffs. I'm going to do that. But he has shown some flashes of like where you've been concerned where I'm like, bro, is this dude really washed? Like, there have been a few games where I've looked sideways. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
going
and I
3 from
hear,
11 from the
like,
field, 2 from 9 from 3. Like, bro,
I get everyone's concern. It just
Everybody goes
feels
through
like
slumps.
it's an effort thing almost. Like when he first got here, he had the juice.
yes.
He
Where
was
is
into
that?
it emotionally.
I hope you're right. I do.
I kind of feel like there's something to it because there's a clear difference between the two players.
It started
James
with the
Harden
Nets game.
first 5-6 games, and then after that,
Yeah,
He's
played
been, it's from that, ever since that Nets game, he has looked spotty.
yeah.
That's exactly when everything
Yeah.
turned where you're kind of like, what's going on here?
But that comes down to coaching too. You got to put your players in the best position for them to succeed. That's why you brought them in. If you bring in a guy like James Harden, you got to have a plan
yeah.
to utilize him at his strengths. That's what I'm saying.
And it's clear they wanted to be more of a playmaker than a scorer. So part of that is adjustment too. I feel like I'm not making excuses for the guy. I'm just saying.
And we're good. We got Maxey. He was the third best
Yeah,
three-point
and like
shooter
it
in
raised
the NBA
it-
this year.
Most improved player.
41.3.
Most improved.
Shot 41% from 3 after shooting like 26% last year.
Most improved
He's
player.
awesome, man.
I don't even think it's close, really. Darius Garland would be my number 2. Most improved. I mean, remember we had this discussion?
Yeah.
Ja Morant was in the running, but he just missed all these games.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't have been in there anyway.
Right.
So
I
who
agree
should
with
it
that.
be? It's got to be
Because
Maxey.
he's already in star.
I hope
least
everyone.
I think so.
I actually think that Maxey has a really solid chance now.
yeah.
He did play at the level that we said he needed to play at to be able to win the award. So I hope everyone went out there and placed that bet when I said to do it. He'd be swimming in money if he gets this thing.
He's going into the playoffs.
Unless Garland pulls off an upset here.
Garland would be
That would be crazy.
Yeah. So
That'd be crazy.
He's gonna get votes too, probably.
That would be nuts.
It'll be close between the two of them.
It would be good for the NBA. Well, no, it would be bad for the NBA. Actually, I'm sorry.
Yeah, KD's gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, it would be an awesome
The Nets are gonna
storyline
win.
though.
Just based off experience. I mean, Kyrie and KD, they both played in the Olympics.
Of course,
NBA
yeah. Like I
finals.
gotta,
Like,
you
come on,
have
man,
to
they've
lean
been
with
in
them.
here before.
But I mean, what's his face? Bickerstaff. Is that that's their coach, right? Bickerstaff. I mean, I would take him over to Steve Nash because Steve Nash has shown no ability to he went from the 1 seed to the 8th seed when he lost Kevin Durant.
He'd be better off coming off the bench. Honest to God.
Well, I mean,
Team
not
would be
for
better
nothing.
off.
Not for nothing.
I said that 10 minutes ago, but you guys
team-
didn't hear me.
If you're the best player on a team and you fall that much, I mean,
The Grizzlies didn't do it.
come on. True, but they're
Look at the
but they're-
Clippers.
But they play as a team.
Yeah.
They have a good culture there.
That's coaching though. That's how I feel.
Coaching and
I feel
culture.
Well, here, so all three of us say Nets,
But-
right? We say Nets win the 7-8 game, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So now's where it gets interesting. You got all three of us say Cavs versus Hawks for the 8 seed. Now, what do you think?
Hawks.
I got Hawks too.
Hawks.
I know you want to pick the Cavs here. You should just do it. Just do it, because I'm not going to say never.
The Cavs are a year away.
They are, and you know what? They've not been playing well. That's what scares me with them is they've been ice cold.
Is it in Atlanta?
That game would be in Cleveland.
Be in Cleveland because they're the higher seed.
Give me the Cavs, bro.
Wow, he did it.
I knew
Good,
that
good
was
for you.
Stamp it.
Good for you.
Stamp it, motherfucker.
Follow-up question is this: Can the Cavs/Hawks beat the Heat?
The Hawks will cause problems for them.
I think either team would cause problems.
I think that'd be a close
Honestly.
series.
That would go 6 or 7.
Hawks Heat probably would be close.
That's a good series.
Pretty close.
And it wouldn't actually shock me if that was the first 8th seed to do it since the who did it to the Mavs?
Oh God, I don't remember.
Spurs?
I honestly don't remember.
Was that with the Warriors?
I'm not gonna remember.
What?
And then I want to ask you guys this too. Do you really?
It was the Warriors. The We Believe Warriors.
Yeah. Okay. So do you really think? I mean, obviously the Nets odds say that they're championship contenders, but are they getting past the Celtics?
Who?
The Nets.
No.
You don't think they're gonna get past them?
I think the team's better. They're
Oh
better
man, I don't know. I don't know.
Kind of. I like that matchup better for the Nets. Like I would have hated the Nets versus the Bucks. I kind of like that better for them. I kind of feel like I would take the Nets, but it'll be a dog fight, honestly.
I just think they're better coached.
Yeah,
They have star
I would go
power.
with the Celtics.
I mean,
If they had Robert Williams,
yeah.
it wouldn't even be a question.
I mean,
for
that's the
me.
thing, though.
You like that?
I guess
kid,
we'll.
huh?
I guess we'll.
Bro, he's a good center, dude. He changed
For real?
life over there.
He did, because there's less desperation to get a center now. I mean, unless they want to reopen the AD talks from 2 years ago.
By all means,
Yeah,
if they
I
want to do
would.
that,
I would.
please.
Yeah, please do for the Sixers' sake. All right, guys, that's enough of the NBA. Let's get over to baseball because we got a lot to cover here to close out the show.
Shit. I wanted to mention one last thing.
Go
Did
ahead.
you see what Colin Cowherd said today?
What'd he
was funny.
say?
What did I say last week about who was a mystery guy that might be able to get traded because of the emergence of a young shooting guard?
Go ahead, throw it my way.
Klay Thompson.
Wow, he did really.
I said that. Today,
You
Colin
did
Cowherd
say
said,
that.
who says no? James Wiseman and Klay Thompson for Anthony Davis. Who
But
says
why would-
no?
Now that's
I just thought it was
See,
interesting
that's
because I
that's an
mentioned Klay
interesting
Thompson.
fit for both sides.
I mean, AD with Steph and Draymond would be, if he could stay healthy, but
That's the thing, though.
I just thought it was weird that he brought that up
yeah.
when we talked about it last week. I mean, P&I is the fucking news. We're the best.
That's a great
So-
mention. I did not see that today. I did not see that. Go ahead. There. He was waiting for Philly. What?
I love it.
You're good.
It's all good.
You got him on time.
But
He
yeah,
was making a little
looking
gesture.
to see where you're capping. But I just thought that was weird today when he mentioned that because I brought that up last week and I'm like, with Jordan Poole.
I don't hate that, but I still don't trust Anthony Davis enough.
No way.
I couldn't do it.
He's damaged goods.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't. But you can see the fit. if he is healthy.
100%. I actually feel like that would be a good trade.
40 games to him, not so much. Not so much.
Yep.
All right, gentlemen, back to the MLB now, okay? We'll start with some quick notes on the Phillies. The Phillies win their first series of the season. They beat the A's 2-1. All right, that's all it's about. You got to go out and you got to win your series. That's how you get there. That's how you get to the destination. They did their job. I mean, they're a better team than the A's. They probably should have swept, honestly. So, I mean, I'm not going to say I'm disappointed, but I think I'm satisfied with what I saw so far. Would you agree with that sentiment?
Yeah, I think it showed, though, that, like, if they have an off night hitting,
like tonight,
yeah, their pitching needs to. They are still gonna need some pitching and to play some defense.
They're down 3-0 to the Mets right now as we speak.
But they're gonna be motherfuckers because they're gonna hit all year.
I mean, so I guess I'm not gonna overreact. It looked like, man, this lineup's gonna be lethal. That's what it looked like. And it also looked like to me, I mean, minus the home run that Aaron Nola gave up, it looked like Cy Young Aaron Nola. That's what it looked like to me. And he occasionally, I mean, this is what he did last year, and he gives up that untimely homer. That's what he did last year. But he was fucking dominant all game till then. All right? And Kyle Gibson was dominant. If that's how Kyle Gibson pitches all year, and you get that version,
we're in good shape.
I mean, he was an all-star last year, but I don't expect him to do what he just did. 7 innings, 10 Ks.
That was amazing. That was a great
If he pitches like that, though, things are really interesting. Because you gotta match up with that Braves starting rotation.
Yeah.
And the Mets.
I mean, but DeGrom's out right now. Scherzer's been battling injuries.
They still have a good pitcher.
They do. They're stacked 1 through 5.
Scherzer, McGill,
Carrasco.
And Bassett, or however you say it, Bassett, whatever.
So
Chris Bassett.
I mean, they're loaded.
I wanted to draft him, but
don't want to help.
Broncos might make it to the Super Bowl.
We're on baseball right now.
Stay focused.
I was gonna say I'm looking up to see if there's some baseball comments. There you go, Tom. All right. Yeah, we want some baseball feedback. Are you guys satisfied or maybe not feeling the Phillies out? It's one series,
Phillies fans have to be excited and satisfied. Like, we actually have a competent team.
They showed up too. See what happens? If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
They showed up. The fans were there. It was rocking. I love it, man. I love it. I can't wait to go to a game.
Yeah, I'm satisfied.
Here's my takeaway, other than the fact that Alec Boehm is fucking terrible on defense, guys.
Facts.
Godfather.
Shit.
Satisfied? Yeah, because I mean, a win's a win. I'll take it any way you can. But like, I don't think, I don't think they were hitting that exceptionally well. You know what I mean? I mean, if you look at their average across the board, I mean, it's pretty low. I mean, look, it's 3 games. I ain't judging anybody. I don't care. They look good to me. I think they're going to be fine. I'm not worried at all. I think they're going to be in the running for the World Series when it's all said and done. If they could stay healthy, that's the big key.
Man.
Like, I really like this lineup. I think they're going to come together as a team like late in the season. But for now, I mean, I think they're getting a feel for where the position in the lineup. I think it's new. It's going to flip. It's going to move around as the season goes, and then as towards the end, you get a more refined lineup. Harper's going to be 3, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's all going to gel in the end, and they have the talent to do it. So, like, I'm not really worried about it. I'm just saying, like, the first series, I was happy with it because they won. I mean, anytime you can win a series, you take it. You take it. Just run with it. But for, just the overall, I mean, I thought they played okay.
Yeah.
Just okay. I mean, their pitching actually looked really good. Besides the third game, but
yeah, I'm a little upset tonight with Ranger Suarez. Obviously, so early on, but 2 2/3 innings, 3 earned, and I mean that's not going to cut it. And I was already a little worried about him. Like, I think he can be a great pitcher, but remember, This guy was dominant in the bullpen first. He got into a rhythm, and then they moved him back to the starting rotation when he was hot.
Got to be in rhythm.
So I don't want to say I'm worried, but that was something I was worried about going into the season. Can he sustain it as a starter all season long? That I don't know, because it's a lot of innings for this guy. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold up. My takeaway though from the Phillies this weekend was not anything we just said, because I'm not going to overreact.
Oh, the
but
defense.
Well, the defense is fucking shit. And apparently, Alec Boehm is terrible on defense tonight. But I am going to point this out. Let's pay attention right now. Like, I'll tell you what I'm worried about. I'm worried that they're going to jerk around Bryson Stott the way he's not playing tonight, okay? They're going to jerk him around the same way they did with Kingery, and it's going to fuck him up. And it's the same with Boehm, honestly. I can't be accepting of them only playing part-time. They need to be regular at-bats. They need to be everyday players. And if not, you got to send one of them back to the minors. They cannot be sitting games out. Bryson Stott has looked excellent so far.
I agree.
Excellent. And he needs to be on the field. I do not want Kingery 2.0. I don't want it. And Stott improves the defense as well. It makes too much sense. And also, Alec Boehm, for that matter,
I mean,
is hitting the lights out right now.
Yeah, but not for nothing. Stott made a couple errors too.
He didn't look great, I know,
Right,
but
that's what I'm saying.
This is a long season.
That's why Boehm is getting shot, though.
Well, I don't think it's that at all.
I think so. I think it's because
I think they were
combination.
They were
of,
going in and
if I
splitting
get
the
a better
job.
defensive guy versus somebody I can hit the almost the same.
They were going
you
in
go.
and splitting the job. That's what I think, and I think it's a horrible idea. I think it's horrible.
Tom said Girardi said, I want to keep my guys fresh. It's the second game of the season.
That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life when you're talking about 22, 23-year-old players who need regular at-bats. They need it. They need it. And Alec Boehm, he's hitting every at-bat so far. Literally, perfect average right now. If Alec Boehm, this is what I'm posing to you guys, okay? Didi's off to a slow start after a good spring training. Very early, I know. But if this is the continual trend here, I need him out of the lineup, and I need the two young guns in there at all times. They need the at-bats. Make up your mind. Don't start off the season this way, jerking them around. It doesn't work with prospects. You can't do it that way. You cannot do it that way. That's my takeaway for the Phillies this weekend. All right? Now, we move on, though. Any wrap-up points?
No.
Okay. We're moving on. Now we got to.
That's the bottom line. It's a long season. So.
It's a very long season.
I mean, look, you could win the first series, you could be all holly jolly and shit like that, but it's a long ass season. So
thank you, Tom. Yeah, it is a very long season, and these guys are going to go through cold and hot stretches, and Didi is no exception to that rule. I'm sure. Like this is a professional hitter. That's his bread and butter in this league. The guy can hit, but I'm just saying if this continues over sustained time, and they still are sitting one of these two guys, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. All right? Now, we have to make our predictions, guys. I'm going to put this shit on paper.
Shit.
And it'll be a fun little thing that we do later in the year, where we're like, we completely got all this wrong. So, let's start. We're going to go division winners first. Okay, and this doesn't have to be in depth. You can give me your picks and maybe a small little note. You don't even have to give me any notes. But I do want to put the picks on the board. Okay? Sound good?
Yes, sir.
Where do we want to start? You want to go American League first?
Sure, sir.
Let's start with the heavy hitter first. The American League East division is loaded. They're loaded. By all accounts, you're seeing most analysts say that 4 of those teams are going to get into the playoffs this year. Okay? So, you got the Jays, you got the Rays, the Red Sox, the Yankees, all looking very, very competitive. What are we feeling? Division winner.
I like the Blue Jays.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like Vlad a lot.
Vlad is amazing. I mean, could be another MVP season, MVP caliber season.
He could win the Triple Crown.
He's fucking unbelievable.
Why not?
They got Bo over there. The starting rotation is amazing even after losing Robbie Ray. And then
Marcus, what's the dude's name? Simeon? They lost
He's
him, too.
gone too.
I can't think of it. Marcus? Is it Marcus? Or
Simeon.
Mike? Yeah.
Yeah, Simeon.
I
But
got him on my fantasy team.
yeah, he can rake. He hits
Facts.
bombs. He hits bombs.
Facts.
All right. But they got Jose Barrios. I like him a lot. I always liked him on the Twins. I wanted the Phillies to trade for him. I might have said it last spring. I might have said that here. I wanted him and Byron Buxton. But anyway, I am leaning Jays as well because I think they're the most balanced. I mean, you saw they missed out last year. I'm not concerned about who they've lost yet because I just think they're loaded. I think they're totally loaded. Deep lineup, deep pitching staff. I feel like I could trust them more. I trust their lineup more. Like in theory, we should say, the Yankees lineup should be great, but they fucking sucked last year. I think they'll be better this year. They got a good starting rotation.
I'm sorry, who'd you say?
The Yankees.
Oh, yes.
You got Luis Severino coming back to an already good rotation and pretty good bullpen, right? That's the key for the Yankees, but that's not enough for me, especially after what we saw from their lineup last year. Red Sox, I'm not so sure if I trust them. Chris Sale, is he going to stay healthy? I feel like a lot's going to...
I don't like the Red Sox.
The Rays, bro.
The Rays are always a fucking machine.
The Rays, bro. They just produce stars, bro.
Wander Franco. That's all you need to know.
Yeah,
Wander Franco could be an MVP this year.
and they're pitching still
That's
there.
how good he is.
Bro, they're winning the East.
It's just amazing that they subtract parts and they can still put together a World Series kind of roster every single year. They're subtracting parts. They're making great trades. They just got rid of Austin Meadows. I mean, I'm still going Jays though.
Same.
But then we'll get back to this. I'm sure we're going to be talking about these teams with the wild cards. Fair to say? So, Nick, you have the Rays.
Mm-hmm.
So let me write this down. Hold on one sec. I was too busy talking. All right. So there's your division winners for the American League East. Next, why don't we start off with the National League East here? Another heavy hitter. Everyone wants to hear our thoughts here. We got our Phillies there. I mean, you already know we've talked about them at length with the lineup. The Mets go out and add Max Scherzer, but Jacob deGrom is out maybe till June. I mean, I don't know when the hell he's going to come back, but they're still loaded. Their lineup is also pretty loaded. The bullpen, pretty loaded. So,
Mets are fucking good, man.
I've been torn about this Mets team. I always expect them to collapse.
It's just their pitching is so good.
I kind of want to pick them, to be honest with you.
I've been going back and forth with them the most in this division. I think the Braves are loaded. They were my pick a few weeks ago. I might just give it to the Phillies just out of love. I also tend to believe, it comes down to health for the Phillies for me. Health means that, if this rotation stays healthy, if Eflin stays healthy, if Wheeler, he's battling something right now. If they stay healthy, this rotation can be very good. That would be it for me. The bullpen scares the fuck out of me. The defense is going to be atrocious. And I'm really counting on the lineup to be big here. So I think I'm going to go Phillies. Guts tell me just go with the Phils. It's something different. The Braves are the best team in the division, though. It'll be the Phillies getting hot or something. But the Braves are the best team in this division to me. Does anyone want to counter that?
I'm going to roll Mets. And it's just strictly because of their rotation.
Because the Braves rotation is stacked, too. The Braves bullpen is fucking loaded. They're absolutely loaded. They got Kenley Jansen on the back end now.
Do they miss Freeman at all in the locker room? Or is Acuna the new guy? Because we were talking about that last week.
You're returning him.
New guy,
You
bro.
basically... if you're going to replace him with anybody, Matt Olson can suffice. He's not Freddie Freeman, but he's a hell of a player,
I got him on my fantasy team, too.
Who?
Ronald Acuna. He's coming. He's a beast.
You got that right. You got that right.
Straight up savage.
He'll be in the MVP conversation, I'm sure.
I got the Phillies, guys. I don't even give a shit what you guys are saying.
I gave it to him, but probably for poor logic.
Homer.
It's just it's really not that. It's a hunch. It's
it feels like it's gonna be a good year.
The lineup can be that good But I am saying if the rotation stays healthy, I think they will pitch very well. And it'll kind of help offset the weaknesses of this team. Because I think the lineup could be the best in the division. That's the thing. It really comes down to that. All right, so that's the National League East. And obviously, I mean, I think there's probably going to be a wild card or two coming out of there. We'll get back to that. All right. American League Central. Interesting. A lot of young teams here, okay? You got the Chicago White Sox. You got the Guardians, okay? You got the Detroit Tigers, probably a year away, but they've been rebuilding perfectly. You got the Kansas City Royals, okay? Again, they're rebuilding nicely as well. And then you got the Minnesota Twins, who are interesting to me. I think it's the White Sox here, though. Mm-hmm. I think it's the White Sox. I just think that... Oh, I see Tom saying White Sox.
White Sox, no doubt.
I think they're a lock for the division.
Yeah.
I think they're a lock.
And then they got A.J. Pollock for right field, which was an issue when what's-his-face was out.
You lose Kimbrel, but, I mean, yeah, I didn't hate the trade. I probably would have rather had Kimbrel, if we're being honest. Eloy Jimenez is fucking amazing.
Bro, their lineup is stacked, too, though.
They are. They are.
Sleep on their lineup, yo.
They really are. You got Lucas Giolito.
And they got Tony La Russa.
Straight up. Yeah, they're legit.
The White Sox are going to be good.
Giolito, man. Giolito could be your Cy Young, but we'll see. I just think that they're the most balanced team, and it's not even really close. But it gets interesting, though. Like, I think the Twins can make some noise. I think the Tigers and Royals are a year away. They'll be interesting teams for a little while, but they're going to fall off in the end. But they're like a year away. There's a lot of people who are bullish on both of them. There's a lot of people bullish on the Tigers. I think the Guardians are a train wreck. I wouldn't be surprised if they trade Jose Ramirez soon.
Well, look at that name. That's why. The XFL team.
Unbelievable. But the Twins, here's my sleeper MVP. I don't know if I'm going to tell you if I'm picking him or not, but you know I love Byron Buxton, and my God, what a way to open the season. 3 homers in his first 3 at-bats. If this guy stays healthy, that's the key. Is if he stays healthy.
Was that who you wanted the Phillies to get last year?
Yes.
I remember you saying that.
Yes, I wanted him.
He's injury prone.
He's very injury prone. He misses a ton of games.
He's a stud.
But absolutely fucking incredible. 5-tool player. He does everything, man. Like if he continuously shows that he's going to put it all together, and then he misses time. If he stays healthy, he could be the MVP and he could carry them. But I just don't know if I'm willing to take that step yet with him. He hasn't shown it. He's fucking amazing, though. And, I mean, the Twins are always kind of that scrappy team. They fell apart last year, but they weren't a bad roster by any means. They just kind of... It was a weird year. It was a weird year for me. I wouldn't be surprised if they're a wild card. All right? But all 3 of us got the White Sox. Okay? So there's that. Okay. Next, we will go National League Central. Okay? You got Brewers, Cardinals, Reds, Cubs, Pirates. I mean, the Pirates and Cubs, the Pirates and Reds. Oh, the Reds totally dismantled their team. I don't know why. I really don't know why. They were good last year. It's a shame. The Cubs rebuilding, probably a year away. They've done a decent job. The Pirates might be the worst team in baseball. But they have some young guys coming up, too. But I'm not ready to say that. So it's a 2-horse race, basically. You got the Brewers. They got the stacked starting rotation led by Corbin Burns. They got a great bullpen. The lineup's suspect, though. Mm-hmm. Took a step back last year. That was their bread and butter a couple years back. Yelich needs to return to former levels. I'm torn on this one, guys.
Brewers.
I feel like everybody's picking the Brewers right now, but...
Sorry to hear that. I'm taking the Cardinals.
Nick, I'm kind of gravitating towards the Cardinals as well right now.
No doubt.
Because the Brewers lineup scares me. There's a lot of ifs.
Yeah, give me the Cards.
There's a lot of ifs. I mean, there is like... And I love Christian Yelich, by the way. I wanted the Phillies to get him a while ago, too, before he blew up, okay? I'm a little nervous about that lineup, though. I think the Cardinals, in totality, might be a better club. I mean, that Brewers rotation and bullpen are second to none. So they can do a lot there. But, I mean, you saw the Cardinals close out the season with that win streak. They single-handedly knocked the Phillies out of the playoffs. So, I'm interested to see what the audience will say about this one. I actually want to hear what you say, Tom. I'm torn on this one. I think I'm leaning Cardinals. I was coming into the show picking the Brewers. Honest to God. I'm kind of leaning Cardinals right now. You got Goldschmidt, Arenado.
Follow your heart.
I feel like
It never lies to you.
The Cardinals just win, man. See, he's got the Cardinals too. See, the knowledgeable baseball fans are probably like, Brewers could be that team that falls apart, man.
Brew this.
I'm with you. All right, fuck it. Cardinals for me as well. All right, next up. Hold on one sec. Brew. Okay, Cards. Alrighty. We got the last division. We got the American League West. Another one. Interesting. I mean, the Rangers are definitely out of this thing. Another team rebuilding. You got the Angels led by Trout. You got Shohei Ohtani. And you got Anthony Rendon. I don't really hear him get talked about much anymore. You got the A's just got rid of everybody. So I'm not expecting them to have another one of those miracle seasons. I just don't see it. And then you got the Astros, cream of the crop. The Mariners, though, interesting team. A lot of young talent. They might be ready, guys. I don't know. 90 wins last season.
I'm going with the Mariners.
It's already
Look out in center field is all I'm going to say. Look out in center field. Kid's a stud. Kid is a stud.
Julio Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm. Look out. He made the team.
Mm-hmm.
And they made some great moves. They're not getting talked about at all. They made some really... you could argue they had the best offseason of all teams this year. I'm torn. I'm taking the Astros to win the division, though. I'm torn over playoffs, though, with the other two. And I really don't care for the Angels that much, but I might just... I don't know.
Their ass.
I really don't believe in them. I see a lot of people picking them.
They're gonna implode soon, man.
Like you're really counting on those top three guys so much. You finally shed the contracts of Upton and Pujols. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point by Tom. They lost Correa and Springer. They look like they haven't missed a beat. These are facts.
I'm taking the Mariners just to be different.
I don't hate it at all.
How, like you said with the Cardinals and the Brewers, is how I feel with this. Because like everybody's gonna pick the Astros.
They signed Robbie Ray. I mean, does anyone remember the guy won the Cy Young last year with the Blue Jays?
See, I don't believe in that.
Okay.
What
You just said. Because if you pick the Astros to win like almost every year the last like 7 years, I mean, you would have been correct.
Yeah, I know.
So are you playing like the law of averages?
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
Bro, the Mariners fucking fleeced the Reds, getting Jesse Winker and Eugenio Suarez. I mean, they did an amazing job. I just don't know if they have the pitching depth. That's what I'm worried about. I really like the young guys, though. Jared Kelenic, Julio Rodriguez. I already said that. All right, give me the Astros.
I got the Stros.
Yeah, give me the Astros. They're still loaded. But the Mariners, man, they're scary. They're scary. Okay. All right. Next, the last division in the National League. You got the NL West, right? That's the last one I did not say yet. Okay. National League West, we have... This is another loaded division. I mean, top heavy, but I'm saying like the top three teams here can make some damage. You got the Dodgers, clear-cut best team in baseball on paper. Absolutely loaded. And that's like, again, this is counting... Cody Bellinger has had... I mean, I think he'll rebound, but... down year.
They just don't have any weaknesses, really.
They really don't.
They're just like they are literally top to bottom a stacked team.
They got everything. And I mean, Mookie Betts, even for that matter, by Mookie Betts standards, had a down year last year. This is an MVP candidate. So they're terrifying. They are terrifying. They're loaded, okay? And then you got the Giants. They were kind of an interesting team last year. I mean, they led the majors in wins. But they were a surprise. They were a surprise team.
I feel like they're well coached.
Facts.
Gabe.
He should still be in a Phillies uniform, but that's my opinion.
We rushed.
We did. Then you got the Pods. You're down, what's his name? Jesus Christ. losing my train of thought. Tatis. You're down Tatis for some time. They acquire Sean Manaea. I like that move. But I don't know, man. They were kind of disappointing last year. 79-win team. They got way too much talent to be that bad. So, I mean, it's obvious. We're taking the Dodgers, right? We're all taking the Dodgers. And now, okay, let's speed up with the wild cards here. Who you guys got as your National League wild cards?
I'll say Padres, Cardinals, Phillies.
Padres, Cardinals, Phillies. Okay. Nick?
I got Padres, Giants, Mets.
It's so tough, man.
Damn, it's crazy. I don't have the Braves in the
I think I really
I swear to you, I was just staring at that and said to myself to say.
I think you guys are shot. So both you guys.
Psychotic and iconic.
Well, I thought you said.
Real shit.
Oh wait, Nick, you didn't pick. You picked the Philly. Yeah. Why did I write that down? I wrote something down wrong. So you both have the Braves missing the playoffs.
Got to.
The defending champs, loaded.
Somebody's got to be out.
Even the best fall down sometimes.
I got the Braves in the wild card. Oh my God, this was killing me. Like coming here, I had the Mets out of the playoffs, but I really do like their team this year. I think my surprise is going to be the Brewers missing the playoffs.
Shit.
Yeah. I've been torn on it. I'm going with how I feel. All right. I got them missing, and who else did I have here? Oh my God. Yeah, then that leaves me with the Giants and Padres. I got the Padres rebounding. I got the Brewers missing the playoffs.
So do I.
That's crazy, man. It's between them or the Giants. One of the two for me is taking a step back. Okay? So there you have it. All right? Brewers are missing the playoffs. That's fucking bold.
The Giants
That's bold.
always find a way.
They do.
That's why I have them.
Very,
They're just a weird team. Like, they just get hot. Like, I don't know. It's
They're
just
very underrated, and I think
super underrated, bro.
I think, and same thing, like the Mets are just too loaded of a roster for me. Like, I genuinely wanted to not put them in there because I just don't trust them. They always collapse. All right, guys. MVPs. Who you got? American League.
I'll go
Vlad.
That's it. I mean, you can't go wrong there. Nick Theories.
You said Vlad. That was my pick, but I'll be different.
You can go there.
Nah,
because I'm going to be different.
I don't
Guaranteed.
Go there.
We're really thinking here.
Give me Kyle Tucker.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, all right.
Shout out Tom. He put me on him.
Tom says Kyle Tucker. Guys.
He did.
It's so simple for me.
He's a beast.
It's so simple. I really shouldn't be saying it, but I think it's too easy for me. I think I trust. I shouldn't do this, but I trust Mike Trout coming back this year, and I think he's like, if he's healthy, he's the MVP. He's the best player in baseball. I'm going Mike Trout with a massive rebound season this year. Look the fuck out. Seriously. I think it's Mike Trout. And I mean, is it possible that the best player in baseball is being overlooked a little bit? I don't know. I do not know. All right. Oh, by the way, we didn't even do the AL wildcards. I just noticed that. All right, well, NL MVP. Who you got?
Juan Soto.
Soto. Everyone's picking him. Amazing, but the team is trash.
I know.
And it's gonna
it's hard.
That's the thing.
He has to be so far superior than everybody else.
They're not going to make the playoffs, so it's tough. That's a legitimate point.
It's a tough call, man. Tom says Matt Olson. Wow. Are you sure, Tom? Man, I'm going to go with a Harper repeat because he just seems laser focused to me, man. Like if it's possible to surpass last year's numbers, I mean, I think he will because, listen, you're going to probably get a full season of him this year. And in my opinion,
because he's back
in a better lineup
7-7
with lineup protection.
He's protected in the lineup.
He's going to get higher. He's going to get more run production this year because of that. Like, to me, it's Harper. I think he's on top of his game right now, and I think if the Phillies are making the playoffs, you know, first of all, he's going to get recognition for that. Second of all, it's going to be largely because he repeats this year. And Soto will be right there, Mike. I like that, but
The team's going to be garbage.
and this is not even
That's
a homer
fair, though.
pick.
No,
It's
and
not even a homer pick. I really do think the stats were outrageous last year.
I'm going Mookie. I think he's gonna have a bounce back year.
Yeah, I like that
his
too.
team is relevant. They're gonna be World Series contenders. They already are. I just feel like when that team is starting to click and gel, and they finally get together, it's that lineup is just too scary. It's gonna be a nightmare. And
That lineup is terrifying.
yeah.
And if he's
gonna clean up.
if he's even
So-
partially what he can be.
He's a beast. I'm going Mookie all day.
All right, AL wild card, and that was the one thing we left out. We got Cy Young's and Rookie of the Year. Okay, AL wild card. Who you got? This is where it gets interesting.
Angels, Rays, Astros.
Angels. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if anyone was going to pick them. Really. Nick, who you got?
I got the Yankees, the Blue Jays, and the Mariners.
Yankees, Jays, Mariners. Okay. And then I have the Yankees. Absolutely. They always get in. My surprise is the Red Sox not getting in. That's my surprise pick for the year. They're not getting in. Okay. Who else did I leave out? So I got the Rays. I got the Yankees. And this one was tough. I wanted to go M's here. I really did. It's just.
You want to go who?
The M's, Mariners.
Oh, okay.
I really wanted to. I even considered the Twins as a sleeper. I'm going with the Angels, guys. It's about greatness for me. Mike Trout, man, he's due to get into the playoffs. I really am a believer in Anthony Rendon too. Like that's a big part of it. But I think they get in, and I don't love their roster. This is a total greatness thing for me. I really think that they would be the weakest playoff team out of every team that I mentioned tonight. I think they'd be the weakest one. I think it's just a hunch. It's a hunch thing. I think they get in, okay? All right. Finally, Cy Youngs and Rookies of the Year. Who you got? And then we got to get the hell out of here.
NL Cy Young, Walker Buehler.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, pals. I considered going with Wheeler because I think he got snubbed last year. But he's battling something right now. I think Buehler's the pick for me. I'm going to go with Buehler just out of trust right now. Will he be there in the end? Yeah, I think it'll be Buehler. All right, Nick.
Let me go Freddie Peralta.
All right, I like that. Sleeper pick.
And let me get Shohei action.
Yeah?
Shohei.
Cy Young?
Shit, I didn't
Hell
say
yeah.
AL.
Yeah.
I didn't say my AL.
Go ahead.
I have Shane Bieber on here.
All right.
But again, I don't know how good they're going to be.
This one, I was genuinely torn. You got Shohei Ohtani. Wow. That would be fucking something, man.
Why not?
I mean, the only thing
If he's
I think...
getting 9 Ks a game and he's getting Ws, why not?
The problem is this for me, is I don't know if he's going to get enough innings/starts here because they're kind of going with a 6-man rotation. That's what it looks like. And we've never seen that before, but that it helps them keep him fresh. He's got a lot on his plate.
He can handle it.
I like that Tom said Lucas Giolito. I was feeling that. I think Garrett Cole's due. And listen, the spider tack thing's real. I'm yet to see him dominate since he got caught with the spider tack shit. I think that he's due, though. He's the logical name for me. I think he's the clear-cut favorite, too. But I think he's just due. Okay? I don't love the pick, for the record. All right? Rookies of the Year. I'll start if you want.
Go ahead.
I got Bobby Witt. Man, he looks good.
I'm taking Julio Rodriguez.
Also, yeah, love that too.
Hey, I got Bobby Witt. He's a beast, bro.
He looks like really. If the Royals do anything,
he's legit.
Bobby Witt looks amazing.
Did you see that play that he had the other night?
Yes.
Defensive play?
He is a certified stud. He's definitely going to live up to the name, to the status, everything. I think he's for real, and the Royals are going to look good in a year or two. Okay. National League, though, this is where it gets interesting.
I'll say Cruz.
Cruz?
Yeah.
Because, like, here's the thing. The Cubs guy, the
Suzuki?
Yeah, Suzuki, excuse me. Jeez. He's the favorite. I think everybody's going to pick him. I think it's going to be Bryson Stott, fellas. I think it's Bryson Stott this year. Rookie of the Year. I think he's advanced at the plate. I just pray that they don't fuck him up. They need to let him play every day. I think he could be a massive difference maker for the Phillies.
That would be awesome.
I got Bryson Stott.
That would be some shit.
I think he's for real. Nick Theories.
Let me get Joey Bart.
Also a good pick, man. Great prospect.
I think the
Finally
Giants.
getting this chance, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll be a big piece of the Giants' success.
Yeah, let me get Joey Bart.
So, all right. There you have it, everybody. Oh, World Series picks. Jeez. Pardon me. I'm going to be a safe boy. I'm going to go Dodgers over the Jays. And that's like the popular pick.
That's what I have. In 6.
I got the Dodgers. It's a safe boy pick, but that's subject to change. All right? Shit happens.
I'm going Dodgers and White Sox.
And who's winning?
Dodgers.
Dodgers. Yeah, I mean, right until proven otherwise, like I need to see some other teams do their thing first. You know, it's a little too soon for me to go off the Dodgers. They're just fucking loaded. Okay. And I see a comment. Damn, Tom, Phillies, Astros. He's got the Phillies in there.
Damn.
Good for you. I need to see them make a move at midseason first. Okay. All right, fellas, that's it. Philly Phil. You know what to do. I carried on a little longer, but guess what? I mean, look, we do baseball too, all right? We do baseball. Shit, we do fucking everything. We did golf today, all right? So, episode 72 of P&I was brought to you by Prize Picks, your home for daily fantasy sports. New players who sign up today using the promo code ICONIC. You see the name, ICONIC. We'll get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. That's Prize Picks daily fantasy made easy. Also, go subscribe right now to us at the Props Network at propshq.com, where we're live every episode. Next episode is Thursday, 8 p.m. We'll be doing a full NBA playoff preview. We'll show our brackets, the whole 9 yards, okay? Got playoff action this week. Playoffs this weekend. It's going to be crazy. You got that. Last but not least, give a shout out to IPP Pressworks for this fantastic fabric.
Facts.
One more time for me, Nick.
Fantastic fabric.
All right. If you want P&I merch, DM us. You know where to find us, okay? We out here. All right. Thank you, though, IPP Pressworks, Diane and Dennis Riley, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. They do a phenomenal job. And that's it for tonight. Thank you, everybody. Nick Theories, take it away.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. If you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We are also available on propshq.com, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Megaphone, Stitcher, and all that other shit. Also, follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, and we will see you guys Thursday night at P&I.